Alrighty, I think I'm ready now. Good morning, good morning. It is Monday, January 28, 2019. That's right, 2019. You're listening to Radio Free Radford. If you have not done so, and this is your first time listening on to Radio Free Radford this morning, be sure to plug our social media in this morning and take a look at us on Facebook at Radio Free Radford. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Free Raddy and Radio Free Radford, and on Instagram. And also for much more weather information that you if this is not enough for you, you can catch more 24/7. Well, I guess I wouldn't say 24/7 updates, but a lot of updating that does go on RU Weather 1. That's the RU Weather and the number 1 on Twitter and Instagram. A lot of weather information, some school information is also tweeted out there about just about every day. And you can also follow Rad_news for a lot more of other content relating to Radford University and so forth, be it as well. So we're going to start off the forecast this morning. You need to find your sunglasses, that's for sure, because it is sunny, it is frosty out there. It's still staying in the mid-30s at this 10 o'clock hour, and we're going to quickly get up to near 45 degrees today with a mix of sun and clouds. Later this afternoon, it's some good news and some warming. Trending again, our hour-by-hour forecast is showing some sunshine pretty much most of the afternoon, staying in the mid-40s. Winds will be out of the southwest, I should say, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight lows tonight will be falling near 37. Cloudy skies will come back in the forecast again. And then, of course, tomorrow, potential seeing a little bit of light wintry weather moving in our forecast. Seems like we did not get a lot of that over winter break. Just depending on where you're at, basically, because I know a lot of folks are not from Southwest Virginia or Southside or Southeast Virginia. Most of them are, I guess I should say, from 757. You're very familiar with that area code, or the Northern Virginia area, or Nova, aka. And a lot of those folks did pick up some snow, depending on what day of December. And of course, earlier this month it was very mild, and of course a couple of minor snow events that's been the forecast. So we'll kind of dive into things of what we can expect and what we're going to be getting tomorrow afternoon. This is going to be one of these weird days, because what will end up happening is that it will start out kind of warm, like most of these events have been occurring over the last several weeks, if you've been paying attention to that. Start out as warm enough as rain, and then again, as the cold air kind of catches up with this precipitation, it could turn over to a little bit of a light snow event. There is a winter weather advisory until 7 p.m. Tuesday night for much of the New River Valley, and of course it does include Radford City, Pulaski County, Montgomery County, Floyd County, Giles County, Route 8, Interstate 77 and 81, which you all are very familiar with those famous interstates, and a lot of good things with that. So 1 to 3 inches is what we're calling for. It's my forecast analysis. Again, we could see 1 to 2, depending how quickly this cold air does catch up with this moisture. And if it does catch up with the moisture quickly enough, this could be a mostly snow event if everything is holding true. And behind the big story is going to be this cold we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing very, very cold conditions for the next, looks like, couple of days or so. And overnight lows, boy, if you like the cold, and if you request it for a New Year's resolution to get cold, you've kind of granted one of your wishes, I should say. Overnight lows are going to be remaining in the single digits and teens for the next several nights. Highs are not going to be getting above freezing, it looks like, until after Friday, unfortunately. So, cold weather fans, you're in for some luck, and I know some folks out there listening in this morning saying, Dustin, you just made my forecast perfect for the next 48 hours. It's 72 hours. Well, first of all, I'm just in promotion, not production. I don't control the weather, obviously. I don't have a magic wand sitting in front of me right now saying, yes, I want this to be snow. Yes, I want this to be cold. No, I don't do that. I'm sorry. Anyway, so there you go. Below average temperatures, record-breaking temperatures in parts of the Midwest. The main temperatures out there are going to be minus 20 to minus 30. These are temperatures. This is not the wind chill. This is what's going to be coming in our way after tomorrow night and Wednesday. They're going to be seeing wind chills in parts of the Midwest, near the Great Lakes states, below 50 to minus 60 degree wind chills. Some record-breaking wind chills for a good chunk of the Midwest, I should say. and even as far south to the Ohio River Valley, and we're not going to be seeing that extreme cold that they're going to be seeing. It's called the polar vortex. Of course, you've heard this term. If you've watched a lot of the national news and some of the Weather Channel, they've talked about it a lot. Basically meaning it's this cold grip of air that is just polar. It's in the polar area near the North Pole and the Arctic Circle that just ushers in this brutally cold weather in for our area. And it's just going to be very, 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 very cold. And we've had this occurring several times. Again, the main this kind of broke out back in 2013 and 14. The winter of 13-14 kind of brought the spread of the polar vortex, and it shows right there. Weather does have a pattern. It does play a factor in a lot of things that we do. For sure, but it's winter time and we need to bundle up, and for the next several months, or several weeks, I should say. Of course, if you're counting down to spring, over now, we got about 50 days or so, and warm weather should be approaching us. It looks like maybe towards the first week of February. And obviously, people are trying to make plans for Super Bowl weekend. You don't have to worry about any just brutally cold weather. It's going to be slowly warming back up to get we near average, and a lot of great things. And so if you like the warm weather, hold on tightly. It's coming back shortly. And then again, we will rebound our lows out of the single digits to the 30s. And overnight lows remaining in the mid 40s and 30s and 20s again. For sure. And now we're going to switch gears over to our quote of the day. Of course, a lot of you all pretty much enjoy that. This is by Mary Kay Ash, quoting, "There are two things people want more than money, and then recognition and praise." So again, if you're thinking about that, I'll let you decipher that and put that in a pin for now. And also our national days. This has been every day. Recently, last Monday was Martin Luther King Day, so I hope you had a chance to get out there and do some services, and always remember great things of what he did. So today is National Have Fun at Work Day. It's, if you're trying to have a little fun, go ahead and do that. National Kazoo Day, and as well as Blueberry Pancake Day. This is perfect timing, by the way, because if you're getting up and trying to get breakfast going, get you some blueberry pancakes. I personally like, chocolate chip pancakes. That's my opinion. But, you have regular syrup and butter. Get it all the stack right there at IHOP. You got your little whipped cream on top. That's the way to go, too, if you're a sweet person that loves desserts on that. It's also National Bubble Wrapping Appreciation Day. Have National Lego Day. I don't know about you. I grew up as, I'll always love the Lego blocks and the building blocks, too. And this day, if you the colorful plastic bricks, is also known as Legos, have entertained children and adults around the world for nearly 70 years. They are used to make toy buildings, vehicles, creatures, machines, anything imaginable you're putting your mind to, you can do it. They can be taken apart and put back together as often as you like. So that means play creative today. And these incredible, ingenious, and enriching toys have been around for nearly 70 years. And the Lego Company, the first Lego Company, was found in Old Kirk, Christonians. I think I said that right, hopefully, maybe. A carpenter from Denmark founded the Lego Company to be manufacturer, get this, wooden toys. So they were wood to start out, and then later on, they were introduced to the little brick type looking things that manufactured the now iconic brick using the injection mold machine back in 1949. Was recently purchased, and just last year, or 2017 I should say, it feels like last year, but 2 years ago, Lego became the world's most powerful brand. Consultly Group, announced Lego has surpassed Google, Nike, Ferrari, and Visa to claim the top spot. So there you go, Lego fans. If you like those Lego toys, get out there and build something creative today. Alrighty, and a lot of things are happening around campus. We'll talk about some other things that's kind of been on the minds of many folks, I'm sure, of trying to plan your week out. Obviously, Friday was Club Fair Day. It was a very a productive day. I was help running several of the student media with Radford on camera and kind of helping out with the Tartan, which is the school newspaper. All right, moving on to several events happening around campus. Speaking of which, Club Fair, great, awesome. I had an opportunity to speak with many organizations and try to hopefully get them on the air here in the next several months while I'm here with you for the next good while. Also, our bowling team, you can do this. It's every first Friday of the month. You can free bowling and billboards all day. That is sponsored by the RU Game Room. If you have some interest of knocking some pins down and maybe getting some strikes. Pun was not intended there, but I did it anyway. Also, if you're trying to find maybe the college Christian type of organization, trying to maybe get involved with a church group of something, College Life for Christ meets every Thursday for Bible study at 7 p.m. in Bonnie 210. You can check them on Facebook and Twitter and Christ College Life in Christ. And again, it's CLIC for Christ on Facebook. Also, if you want to, several things happening, such as maybe if you're interested in joining a fraternity, this is the Rush Alpha Kappa Psi. I hope I said that right. Next week will be Rush Week for them. This is a co-ed professional business fraternity open to all majors, and they'll be meeting on interest meeting will be taking place this Wednesday and Thursday, the 30th and the 31st at 7 p.m. And you can check them out. That is the Alpha Kappa Psi. And obviously, check the locations for them. And they will be doing several things next week if you're interested in rushing. So there's many more other fraternities and sororities you can check out. And also, I could go on, and this is the last thing I have for you. I'll kind of remind you later on. This week, Our Space, wonderful entertainment group of people that put on a lot of events here on campus. They do these upcoming events. If you see them in the Bonnie, they're on the second floor. Kind of go up. You have to go up the elevator. You go up around, a couple of feet and make a left. Their offices and the doors are open to anyone to talk about Our Space that's interested in joining in. And of course, if you remember, we had the gentleman of Zacchaeus Motley is his name. He also is one of the head people of Our Space. You can check him out. Anyway, performances, comedian and coffee on January 30th. The 31st is Novelty Street Signs. And big weekend this coming weekend, Super Bowl weekend, a lot of things going on, not only here but nationally. Obviously, there's a game called the Super Bowl. If you haven't been paying attention over the last, 15 or so weeks, and the Patriots will be taking on the Los Angeles Rams. So, best luck to whoever you're cheering for. I'm going to be. Might announce my pick later in the week. Anyway, Super Bowl party will take place February 3rd. There's lots of cinemas in. Again, Late Night Trap and Paint. This is on February the 7th. They're on Our Space. Follow them on Facebook, R_Space, Rad Space on Twitter, and R_Space on Instagram. So a lot of things happening here on campus just for, this week alone. It seems like there's many more opportunities to check out so many things. And obviously, we're going to kind of start wrapping things up here on a little bit of a note that's very important. Obviously, we did lose one of our fellow Highlanders last week, and I'm not going to go into detail with that, but this coming Wednesday, we'll be remembering our senior Alexis Cannon. This will be taking place at 9:15 on Wednesday night for 9:15 in the Max Court, which is in the Wellness Center, bottom floor. For that, we'll be remembering in honor of Alexis. Of course, this is something. You can head to the Recreation Center in the Mac Court. That's the bottom floor of the Rec Center at 9:15 on Wednesday night, and remember someone who was very, very memorable in a good manner for sure. So. Again, very tough topic to discuss, but again, it has to be said at some point in time. So again, we are very thoughts and prayers go out to both families, obviously, and we will again continue to be thinking about you and your family as well. So again, you can join them in remembering Alexis Cannon on Wednesday at 9:15 in the Mac Lab. Alrighty, well, we're trying to switch things up here now into a lot of other things. We've got scheduled on this show this semester, as you kind of heard earlier on, that I do have trying to line up many guests on this semester, trying to feature more of a lot of clubs and organizations, whereas last semester I featured many different types of organizations and leaders and students that held a position in student media or some type of other extracurricular activity that's not on campus, but sometimes in some were on campus as well. So we've got that coming up, and we'll try to line up things for several fraternities and sororities. If you're thinking about rushing, I'll be having some of the leaders coming in the next several weeks. I'm trying to make that arrangement with them, talking with them and so forth, and see what they can do. Also, tomorrow, as I said, we'll have our first guest of the semester on. We have Girl Scouts of the city of Radford. So, Girl Scouts, if you're listening out there, we'll be promoting their organization and let them know how you can get involved with Girl Scouts. It's the leader and her daughter is going to be coming on, so we're very excited about that and showcasing them, what they're going to be talking about and how they're going to be busy this season, because this is busy season for the Girl Scouts if you followed along with them. And on Friday, we have another new organization. This gentleman by, forget his name, Nick Sutton, I think it's who he is. Him and his vice president do esports, and we'll have him on Friday's show. And so that means it leaves me with, Wednesday and Thursday I'll be back with the just solo, and then on Friday we'll have esportings on and Girl Scouts on. This tomorrow's show, we've got a lot of cool things lined up for you, and here not only on this show but many organizations and shows here on Radio Free Radford. We're trying to pull up the schedule. If you haven't visited the website yet, by the way, some of our shows have shifted around a little bit longer. The reason why this show, by the way, I will not be on an hour every single day. Just kind of get that clarified. But the reason that hour is implemented is because, obviously, for guest purposes, if someone can't make it in at 10 o'clock, there's a 10:30 spot open for them, and or whatever time they need to get in. So that kind of gives them an hour long of a notice to be. So sometimes I'll be on at 10:15, 10:30, just depending on who is coming and where they're coming from, and so forth be it. But anyway, that's, if you go on the website, you say, well, you're supposed to be on for an hour. Well, I kind of get repetitive talking about for weather for the longest time. But let's see if we can try to line up some of our shows today. I don't have a schedule with me yet, so I'm kind of pulling from the website. I know in the next the next 30 minutes we'll have Terrence Schofield with his show on 11 to 12 on Monday. And let's see who else we have here. We also have several new faces joining us on this semester, and obviously we do have our regulars on from last semester and who've been here for quite a while. And Zach Pettit he talks. It's a hockey show. He has showcasing the NHL National Hockey League from 5 to 6. You can check his show out. He does occasionally have guests on as well. And tomorrow's show, I'll be back with you again bright and early here at 10 o'clock with the Radford City Girl Scouts. And again, for a complete listing schedule of who will be on, and maybe if you have an interest of radio or something, Tristan Blake Ryan is our general manager and is the senior here. So next year we'll have a new president. In the meantime, though, we're not trying to rush him to graduation, but I'm sure he's very excited, and we will appreciate and miss all his hard work and dedication that he has brought to the table here and getting things going. I'm sure of other mentors that he's followed along too. And that's going to wrap things up here on this Monday. Again, sunshine likely this afternoon, turning back to clouds tonight. Rain will turn into snow showers later tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures dropping to the 20s. Overnight lows will fall in the mid-teens. And then again, a big rush of some Arctic air will be heading down from Canada, introducing to our region for the next several days. But then again, it will be getting warmer by the end of the week. We'll be making a great Monday, folks. And I will be back with you tomorrow. Until then, get some more great hits on RadioFreeRadford.com.